Hello, Dog Bedsit Blogger here, and I'm just tying up an end from February. Yes, it takes me a while. I'm a slacker. During my Fun 5 for February in under 5 minutes, I was given the challenge of picking 5 interesting titles from the back catalogue of the British poet J.H.Prynne. And I said in the video that people should vote in the comments down below, and I'd do a reading video or something for the one that got the most votes. And the one that got the most votes was on the matter of thermal packing. A friend of mine reminded me that I hadn't made the video for this, so I got the poem, found it online, and read about the first stanza and a half, and I was kind of like reeling in dyslexic confusion. And I've since looked at various things written about this poem, saying it's a difficult poem, or it's not a standard poem, which is, I'm quite glad that my dyslexia kicked in. It wasn't just me being a philistine or anything like that. It was, it is a tricky poem. So I want to do another video of doing an actual reading of it, but to just get it out the way a little bit, I put the poem into a automated reader, and then put the poem into a MV generator, which is a music video generator where you can put the lyrics of your song or the feeling in, and it will make a video using GIFs that it finds online, kind of randomly, but sort of not fully randomly. And so yeah, and I made this video.
J.H.Prynne, on the matter of thermal packing. In the days of time now, what I have is the meltwater constantly round my feet and ankles. There the ice is glory to the past, and the eloquence, the gentility of the world's being. I have known this as a competence for so long that the start is buried in light usual as the warm grass and shrubbery, which should have been ancestral or still, but was, then, bound like crystal into the last war. There was a low drywall, formal steps down I now see to the frozen water, with whitened streaks and bands in it, the same which, in New England, caused a total passion for skating, and how still it all was the gentility of a shell, so fragile, so beautifully shallow in the past. I hardly remember the case hardened but brittle constant to the 18th century, or the strictly English localism of moral candour, disposed in the copses of those fields, which bespoke easily that same lightness, that an emotion could be so much borne over the top, skimming not knowing the flicker that joins I too never knew, who had lived there. It was then a school of sorts, we were out of the bombs I now do, I think, know that. But the flow so eloquently stopped, walking by the golden fleece, and the bus timetable, and, what it is difficult to say precisely what constitutes a habitable country, and what, a theory of the earth, the days a nuclear part gently holding the skull, or head, the skin porous to the eloquence of where this was so far. So ice encased like resin, that whiteness seemed no more than cloudy at that time. The water pattern is highly asymmetric, bonding hardly as proof against wealth, stability, the much-loved ice, which I did love. If light in the field was frozen by wire ploughed up, I did not know, that was the gentle reach of ignorance. The waves, the ice, the forms frozen in familiar remoteness, they were then, and are closer now, as they melt, and rush into the spillways. And what one critical axis of the crystal structure of ice remains dominant after the melt, and what, believe that, or live there, They would say in the shade I am now competent, for the shell still furled, but some nuclear stream melted from it. The air plays on its crown, the prince of life or its patent, its price. The absent sun, on the trees of the field, now does strike so gently on the whitened, and uneven ice sweet day so calm the glitter is the war now released. I hear the guns for the first time, or maybe think so. The eloquence of melt is however upon me, the path become a stream, and I lay that down trusting the ice to withstand the heat. With that warmth / are some modest and amp, gentle competence a man could live with so little more.